Alright, I guess I'll just get going with it then. Let's see. What else have I played this? What am I looking to play? Right here. Bit of intro. Let me know if audio needs to be altered or anything. Well, music turned off, or is there just no music? I can't remember anymore. Okay, I guess that's just how it is right now. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since last time I played this. That, my ping button. And nearest iron's actually a little ways away. Hey, yo, what's this? Oh, okay, those are locked in a shoal hand flop now. Good to me. Ed's been playing a lot of Satisfactory lately. He's been really enjoying it. Hey, it's a lot of fun. Like, it's definitely not the most exciting game in the world, I won't lie, as far as people who like a lot of high energy gameplay, but it's really satisfying to automate things.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
There was iron. Ah. Is indeed iron close. It's just... How am I gonna parkour up there? This game don't got me a jetpack. Play too much Beta Engineers. Try to use my movement. I'm close to the ocean. Can I access the map yet? I can't. I didn't expect to, but I'd check. Ah, that would be the ocean there, is it?
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Yes, ma'am. You said Ed's been playing a lot. Does that mean he's gotten pretty far in the game, or is he one of those players, kind of like me, who usually gets to around mid-game, stops, and then makes a new world? Pure, please be pure, please be pure, please be pure. Pure, God bless. Not sure.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Preserve the remains for later study.
How do I... You! That's the button. I definitely have not been looking and trying to figure that out for too long. I like build platforms, but I have to research those. So I guess that'll do for the time being. He has what looks like a mile of conveyor, my little So he's playing the game as intended. That's good. Decision. Splitters and combiners? Or base building? I think I've seen this card nearby, so I guess I'll go for that one. No problem. As somebody who does a terrible job spelling, I can read most things, regardless if it's a mistake or not, so worry not. I need a miner. How do I rotate again? Ah yes, roll button. I haven't played this since 2014, according to my Steam, so keyboard setup's a locker right now. No problem. Can I craft any biofuel yet, or is that a research? Oh, I can't create biomass, right? Man, auto crafting is such a blessing. It used to be a bug that you had to exploit. Now it's an actual thing. It's so nice. So there's iron production. Now, memory serves, what pure iron produces 120 per minute. One smelter can take, I think, 1.5 of these and smelt them alone. Double check. So they take 30. So they take 3 of these to make one of those, right? That's the deal. Deconstruct. F. Smelter here. Just enough space. Line it up. My keyboard. Hi Blurred Ghost. Welcome to chat. I guess this is technically your holiday, isn't it? Misses you too, buddy. Honestly, I've just been talking with friends in other chat, and you haven't heard too much from me in a little while, so sometimes I forget the other chat exists, and there's people in there that's still active, because everyone's been so quiet. And with that, I can now auto-produce that. I also have a huge backlog of that, so I'll just delete those. If I have to drop in and spook people, have fun! Unless you're referring that I'm the people. Either way, have fun. I feel like the next couple of months will be quiet too, since the holidays are coming up. What do you want to think about it? Honestly, people have already been crazy busy trying to get a hold of friends to do stuff, and it's like everybody's always gone. It sucks. GTA roleplay, too busy. Yeah, that's fair. Man, I'm just trying to get freaking 4 people together, occasionally 5, to play some Space Engineers. And man, is it ever tough. Can't imagine how you're doing roleplay. Consistently, especially.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Preserve the remains for later study.
Oh, it's no problem, buddy. I'm not trying to sell you one. I'm just saying it's been hard. I can't believe that you've been able to do it. We've actually been running well, it was intended to be a 2v2, then we found out our friend had it, so it put a 2v3 world on it, with the intention of, well, we had game rules set up, and the intention was to defeat the other team. Pretty nifty. I'm looking forward to when it picks up, you know, if I could ever play. I'm in a whitelisted server with a bunch of decently sized YouTubers. Oh, that's awesome, my guy. That's gotta be fun. I'm gonna have the iron factory there. I guess I'll just run my concrete over here for now and just have up the side. Concrete's not really super overused. It just uses a lot of it. The GPD, yeah, I figured. But still, it must be fun. It's gonna be great when you start, especially when things start picking up. I know that games like that can start a little slow. I guess build it over the gap. Yeah, let's build over the gap. Like that. Boom. Doesn't need to do much yet anyway. You know what, I was worried about getting back into streaming, but it's nice to have people jump in. Last time I tried, it was very quiet. Some of the scenarios are wildly fun. Oh, you guys run scenarios? What kind of stuff you guys been doing? I was thinking just vanilla gameplay and stuff. I didn't realize you guys actually had, like, stuff thrown in. Also, do I still have the delay on? I should probably go in and see if my delay is on. If so, just get rid of that. Stream manager. If I managed the delay on this thing again. A hot second since the last time I did this. Android, Automod. Oh, I don't know how to do this. I'll just Google it after the fact or wait for somebody to tell me. Gotta keep the lights on in the house. What I have here now, I should go find some copper so I can keep electricity running. 163, that's very close. Is this also pure? If so, that would be awesome. So it's creative RP, so the scenarios are either planned or just happen at the night. It goes IDK, you know, full cap from RP area bug. Bunch of the big YouTubers, there's a server called. Nah, I wouldn't know the names. I don't usually watch RP stuff like that, but well, I used to, I should say. I haven't watched since, I don't know if you remember Lancey Poo, if anyone's even heard of that man. But no, I wouldn't know any of the newer guys. That actually takes me back. Think of remembering Lancey Poo. They really updated the way this looks. This is much nicer visually. The offshoots. Frickin' right, a power slug. I'll definitely be setting up down there later.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Or maybe not. Maybe in my head, I shall indeed do this. Slide past? I did. Power for later. But this will be decent starting copper. Don't need a lot in the early game. I don't need a lot mid game. I need to... Oh, nice controls. Let's change that. Binding, sorry. Roach. Here. Roach. Switch that to control, please. Rebind anyway. Yes. Is there any premise to this game other than making your own factory? Like, is it similar to Lethal Company? There actually is a premise to the game, although let me circle around back to that in a second. It's really hard to explain, honestly. I'd be streaming it tomorrow. Firing protection. Oh, that's pretty neat, blurred. So yeah, there is technically a premise to the game, although the game does a really good job at hiding it for the most part. I believe, if memory serves, like I said, it has been nearly a year now, but you are building the space elevator to send resources back to Earth with the intention of providing them resources that I believe they have run out of or are lacking. Kind of the idea of like we over-industrialized planet Earth, therefore we're reaching out, if you know what I'm saying. And I believe there's also a story regarding the actual planet itself as well, where the planet itself begins to actually speak to you and talk to you and get upset with you, I think, for industrializing it. Or maybe it's happy. It really was hard to tell at the time when I was playing it last. It speaks cryptically. Have you ever seen... Let's game it out. Play this. No, I don't actually watch a lot of streamers play this game. This game is one of those games where I like to have my creative freedom, and I feel like if I watch other people play it, I'll start trying to optimize to their methods. If I get far enough into this game, and if you watch long enough, Tardia, you'll actually see me get to one of the artifacts, we'll call them. And every single time you collect one, the story advances. And I know I'm a pretty boring streamer in that way. I don't like using other people's information to make mine more optimized. I like to figure it out, but... I have materials producing now in the most basic of senses. I really don't want to start building factories until after I get those, or until I get platforms, but if I don't, it's going to be a long wait. I don't need that, I need constructor. Here, this, there. I've changed my mind about that actually. You, here. So I'm just chilling, gotta work on the next computer, stream time PC, fair enough. So he pushes games to a limit, not really serious or a way to play. He breaks a lot of games. Oh, was he one of those guys that would go underground and start building underground bases? Because, you know, you could glitch your way in there pretty easily in this game. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I remember that being a big thing. I guess, was that beta? I think just before release. No, not stuff like that. Oh, then he just like, he's an extreme optimizer then? Or is he just the kind of person that likes to have such an overabundance of everything? Which I guess technically still extreme optimizer, but... Where did I set power up for that? Okay. Melt, copper... Get into doing that myself in a second. Alright folks, worry not, we're getting past the boring startup anytime now. I shall soon escape beyond having to craft things with my own two hands. I hope. I need splitters and platforms to do it realistically. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of one of his videos and you can see what I'm talking about because it's hard to explain without watching his videos. Sure. I'm down for it. I assume Discord you're sending it in? Yeah, there it is. Oh, he's the one that built this stuff! I actually have those screenshots set to circle around on my background. Yeah, I didn't realize that was him. Yeah. I get you now. Throw those in there, throw those in there, throw those in there. Yo. Yeah, that's yeah. Games. Yeah, I didn't even know that was him. Kudos to him, man. Some pretty gnarly build. I once thought about trying to do something like that with a friend and came to the conclusion that I am not committed to it. This is Ed. Be careful. This game will consume your entire life. Don't worry, Ed. I've been playing this since it was beta. I am aware. I remember back when they first introduced Christmas updates. Also, let's get that production going. One smelter, you could do it. Look, I'm trying, okay? Before I get production going, you know I need logistics. If I don't get logistics, I can't get the splitter and combiner. It's just the way it goes. Can't be helped. You let it sit in the background for days and see if stuff breaks. His poor computer. I actually pity his computer. I'm also a bit of an organizational nut when it comes to this game, so I really struggle to set up a base until after I have base building unlocked. If things aren't all aligned to a grid, it makes me sad. And don't worry, my crazy factories will be coming soon. It's just the nature of the game. Copper is up there. I've been wanting to... Oh, RV there yet's fun. Me and Gunner actually just beat it the other day. I will say it's definitely worth the $7. I will also say that I'm looking forward to a sequel. The ending was certainly something I wasn't expecting, though. No spoilers, don't worry not. I am not so cruel. Now the real question is, should I set up a buffer? No, I like perfect optimization. Is it a game with a ton of replayability, that's what you meant, not repairability. Hard to say, like, I think it's replayable in a different way than Peak, because I feel like Peak, it feels like it's a different game every time you play, at least from what I can tell visually from the game. As far as I can tell with RV there, yeah, it's going to be the same game. The real difference is just going to be down to like who you're playing it with, you know? Like, me and Gunner have a very particular gaming style, so I know that if I play it with Gunner again, it's probably going to go the same way it went last time. On the other side though, if I played it with like you or Hijack, I know the game would feel entirely different to me. You know what I'm saying? Also a couple cool secrets to be found, but I mean, figure that out as you play. Fire. That's understandable. I'd love to play it just to have it no... I mean, let us know. Me and Gunnar both have it, and we're definitely looking forward to torturing Hijack with it too, so... Definitely a game I would play again. Heck, maybe I'll buy it for Hijack if you want to play with us sometime. Then we can get a big 4-man squad going. 100% down. Nice. Okay, so we get this going, those in there. Send that out. Finally, can start taking that up. Field research is irrelevant.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
I love you, Aiden. Please never change. If there is one thing that this game company got right without a shadow of a doubt, it is definitely that assistant. Base building. Everything's better then. And then it's all about multiplication and optimization. Metal out. Go. Throw down another smelter just because the iron demand is unceasing. Multiply, my sweets. Multiply. Got another 2 minutes to get the rest of this set up if I want to be optimal about it. Let's be honest here, early game is anything but optimal. Honestly, hearing the way Ed talked to me earlier, I'm kind of curious what his world looked like. Miles, the conveyor belts are one thing, but optimization, that is what truly shows if you know what you're doing. Having a piece of paper somewhere with an overcomplicated drawing and way too many calculations. I could see if you would want to share. That would be cool. I always love seeing how other people set up their bases. Yeah, he pushed his games crazy. Yeah. I could definitely tell you that he definitely does push the crazy limit. Re-entry, you know, it's almost optimal, almost. Throw that, throw that, throw that. Oh, close. Ed's down to show me. Oh, that's pretty nifty. I'm looking forward to it. Does he want me to show it on stream or just look at it myself? That's the better question. Checking. Yes, finally, base building.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Doesn't mind you streaming. Cool. I'll take a look at it. Did you send it to me on Discord? Looking for it. Oh, actually, this. Sure, I'll set up a chat. I mean, I was just gonna open the picture, then move it over, and then come back if you want, but your call. Don't know if I should start working. I should probably start working on that sooner than later. So should this. Ooh. Chainsaws are nice. Chainsaws. You there. The iron plates. Let me know what it's sent and I'll go over and throw it up on chat or on stream. Foundations. Oh, right, 5. Right? Just 5 on that. There we go. And oops. And now. That. Let's boost this up. Go, there's that. Now, here, smelter. Actually, let's go to a splitter first. Logistics. Splitter, merger, here. That there. Perfect. And now. Yep. Perfect. 3. Just 1. Powers. 3. That streaming in group I just made. Okay. I'll go take a look over there. Here. Join call.
It was very painful. Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'll
How are you?
pop
How's it
that
going?
out.
I'm
Oh,
just
pretty good.
don't worry. I'm just out here, chilling in my little autism game.
I mean,
Have to-
100% understandable.
Yeah. So you have played this game before?
Oh, I've been playing this for years. I'm almost
Oh,
ashamed
oh
to
my
admit.
God. Oh, then that means so there's nothing for me to teach you then. Like, if anything, you can teach me stuff. Because I was gonna ask if you built the Space Needle, and I feel like you're probably beyond that point. But
I have definitely been playing for too long.
oh man, I've only started recently, but it already feels too long because this game is just
How can I?
addicting. It's insanely addicting. I mean,
Oh, way too easily addicting.
This is,
yeah,
I mean, what I mean. Like, you've started this game like
a month
3 or 4 days, a month ago. I didn't realize it was that much. But
No, no, I cannot get this done in
I
three or
was
four
gonna
days.
say, like, you've put a lot of time into this. It's
Well,
quite
I'll show you.
extensive.
Let me show you my little playground here. So here's the Space Needle and its beauty,
Hmm.
and I have conveyor belts running from different depots all over the map,
Ah,
and it's probably easier not to route it all into one place, but I like things that look pretty. And then everything gets routed here. I have a couple mergers. This is backed up because I literally am full. Like my containers are full.
hmm.
But if they weren't full, they would be running elegantly all the way down here.
Hey, you got yourself
And
a
then
jetpack running too. Nice.
I do have a jetpack. It is pretty awesome. Although I sometimes prefer the parachute because there's
Yes.
some weird thing you can do with the parachute
So
where
you like
like if
having a
you
single. I see. I see. You like having yourselves a single factory that everything runs through.
yes, but I now know that it's way less efficient to do that because one of the technologies I want to research are trains.
Yep.
And the idea that I have is I have oil depots here. I haven't marked them yet,
Yep.
but they produce a lot. They produce like the whatever this material is. Where is it?
Oh,
Polymer.
the
And I
petroleum.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, that stuff is like that's used for everything so far. That's like for all the milestones, and to route it all the way from there to here just seems excessive. So I want to see if like trains are going to be more efficient, and eventually I'd like to have sort of like not one giant gigafactory, but little like depots or like multiple stations, and I can just like take transportation between them.
As someone who's
I'm
played
not
this
sure.
a long time, I do have a warning for you though, when it
Yes,
comes to
please.
that. So the number one warning with trains is they take up a lot of space and they don't move like the conveyor belt.
Hmm.
So when you're going
It's
to
gonna
do it, you
okay.
should expect a lot of straight space, and whenever you turn, it is going to be the widest turn in history. So
Okay.
you're going to basically, you're going to want to have a lot of space, and you're going to want your train to have a lot of space. Whatever it's going to move in and move out of, you want a lot of space
Okay.
for it.
Gotcha. So basically, no sharp curves make as like linear, as gradual of a turn as possible.
It won't let you make a sharp turn. It's not like I'm telling you, oh, you shouldn't. It won't let you. The
I see.
most, like this right here, conveyor belt, this is too sharp a turn. Like, if you were to make a turn for your, oh, fuck, I don't have any, oh, I don't have any concrete. Wait a moment. Let me go grab some concrete. I'll show you, like, just how gradual a turn I mean. Like, it's crazy. And ups and downs, too. You can't just go straight
Mhm.
off a hill. You're going to basically have to make pillars and cause it to go very, very slowly up and down.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Because when you're building,
So it's
you have
super
to,
realistic then.
yes. Like, I don't
Hmm.
even know how.
Hey, listen!
Hello, everybody. There's a lot of people in chat.
Wow. What's your Twitch? Let me join.
Here, I'll share it.
I think it's Lux 2001. I
Yeah.
think that's all it is. It's very simple. I'm not a very complex person. Who's all talking? Hi, Hylian.
I
I
like
see
it.
that you have said hello a lot. I am sorry. Tardy has
Lux
mentioned
is done.
playing Overwatch later. To your excitement, I have no doubt.
Oh my god, I can hear myself.
Yes, you can. I'm in call with you, so
That's right. This is such a freaky technology.
first time.
I streamed back in like high school, and that was just to my buddies, and that was pretty much it. I had to delete most of them because my friends were quite edgy.
Edgy. That's a word for it.
Yeah, that's the safe word we're gonna use, and yeah,
I mean, high
they were
school,
fun though.
New York high schoolers, you know, what do you expect?
Fair enough. Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
30 per minute. Oh, this is the fun
So
part.
let me see.
Yes.
See what you're doing now. Yeah. With this, when my friend joined, who also played a lot, he said, well, he said two things. He said one, like, I invited him to like sort of permanently be part of it and help, and he's like, I can't do that. That's a bad idea. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because I am going to take over, and I'm going to like become like basically like Satisfactory Hitler. And I'm like, oh, okay, got it. Because everybody sort of has their own way of like building, I guess.
Yeah.
And it will bother them if I do it one way, and I totally get that. Which now makes me think, how the hell do engineers get stuff done in teams? How do they not like kill each other every time something is done not exactly the textbook way? But anyways,
I think they use something called time limits, where if it's not done in a certain time, it doesn't. You don't get paid, so they have to sit there and be like, "Well, we have to agree for the sake of us getting paid that you're in charge of this and I'm in charge of that, and we don't question each other too hard."
okay, that's pretty good. So maybe what'll happen is I'll like just pay him to do this. If I can afford that. Well, the second thing he said is that it's worth it, he says, to rush the phases, because if you don't rush the phases, you're really spending a lot of effort on something that is either way going to be redesigned from ground up anyways, because you're going to find better ways to do
100%.
things.
100%.
And I have seen that. I've seen that so far in small, you know, incrementations. But I'm kind of in love with the slow, progressive, like, improvements.
Then go for
I
it.
could rush phase 3. I should rush phase 3. But I don't know. This is gonna sound so corny, but there's something satisfactory
About it.
about it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean 100%. That is the intention.
You know,
Power Slugger there.
it's an awesome game, though.
He isn't wrong.
I love
in a lot of ways, it is definitely optimal to rush them. Like,
Yeah.
right now, I'm running off of these generators. In, like, phase 3, I think it is, you start going into, like, is it coal power in phase 3? And then phase 4, it's oil.
Oil, yeah.
And as you start going through them, it ever so quickly makes the last one obsolete. And then you get into, what is it after that? Uranium power, I think it is? And it just, it
uranium.
so quickly makes the predecessor outdated.
My, what I would like to do, because I could take you really quickly to the coal that I have. I had to do some very specific math, too, to make it optimal. Because me and my buddy that we're playing, so I play with my friend, and I'm sort of like the guy who makes everything. He like explores and like kills stuff and like finds the hard drives. That's just what he likes to do, and I like the building part, so we have like a silent agreement. But when I built the coal thing with him, at first we're like, oh damn, it's not that efficient. One coal miner can only really feed 2 generators. But I found a sneaky way to make it feed 3 generators. But it had to be... And again, there's probably an even better way to do this. But I was happy to discover it when I did find it. And it really depends on how quickly they get fed from a conveyor belt that's merging, or splitting rather.
Mm-hmm.
And I determined that exactly... If the merger is exactly 5, I guess like units away from the thing, it has just enough to sustain itself, meaning the coal in it will never go up or down. It'll just be like the perfect one. For some reason, as soon as I make it 6 or like even or higher, it just goes kapooey.
That's usually a good sign that you don't have a high enough level conveyor belt outputting from your splitter.
Yeah. It was really tricky in the beginning because as I like overclocked the miners, I also had to like adjust the water extractor levels,
Yep.
and the actual coal power generators are at exactly 222.222% to match the input. Any lower and it's just going to like shut down occasionally. Any higher and it's going to be wasteful. So doing the math was like awesome. But also this produces 2000 watts or megawatts. I built 2 oil ones and they are at 3000 now. And I'm like, wow, this entire coal thing is now just like garbage compared to oil. Like oil is just so much better. And then I'm sure I'm going to be saying the same thing once I discover uranium. But I'm not going to replace the coal. I'm going to keep it part on the grid. It's just going to be like a dinosaur, you know?
Also, Ed Hylian has informed me that you need to make a podcast about your ramblings. Mine is breaking your microphone.
Oh man. I don't know how many people would want to hear it. Because like it's gonna teeter on the line between entertaining and like this guy's a psychopath. And Ellie's like definitely a witness to that, right, Ellie?
I think you mean Tardy.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, Tardy. Are we using our gamer tags? In that case, don't call me Ed. I'm X Sorcerer for your information. And I spelled sorcerer wrong because I like made my username in high school, or sorry, in middle school, and you know I never knew how to spell. No, I'm kidding. Me and Ellie wanted to make a podcast a long time ago.
Try again.
Come on. Me and Tardy wanted to make a podcast a long time ago. Ellie, I hope you. Sorry, Tardy. I hope you know. I'm gonna start calling you Tardy in real life, and you're going to hate it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Okay.
fine.
This is enjoyable too. I
So
spent
Tardy.
a long time doing the same thing Tardy's doing right now, and eventually came to a point where I just realized that it doesn't matter how many times I remind people, they will forget every time.
Oh yeah. This is a habit that's gonna be hard to break. So Tardy McTardis, is that it?
Sure.
Is it Tardy McTardis or Tardy
No, it's
Tardis?
Tardy Tardis.
You should have the Mick.
This gets better every time.
I like the McTardis more. So Tardy McTardis.
Uh-huh.
Should I make sweet potatoes today for the Mick potluck?
If you want.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
that's
well.
right. Might as well just invite Hylian into this chat too, and we can have her chatting with us.
Yeah. Here, let me add her.
Oh, you want to know something really cool, by the way?
Yes.
Ed? Did you
Yes.
know that you can actually put the splitter on the end of these?
Wait, let me see. Wait, what?
So yes, I have what do you call it? One of the vertical,
I'm looking at the
vertical
yeah.
conveyors. You can actually put the splitter right on it. But it actually takes over, and instead of having just an output, you have 3 outputs from a single
What?
conveyor. Yeah.
Wait. How did you even? Oh, are you clipping it through the wall
Through
for
the,
now?
through the floor, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, you could just straight up throw both the splitter and the merger directly onto these.
I've also noticed that like, you're like 10 minutes in, and you've already done something that I failed to do, and that's include like a vertical system. Because everything for me is just on a giant flat ground. Because
No, that was something that took forever for me to learn. I won't lie, I was so stubborn.
Yeah, I'm intimidated. Like I'm afraid to like make walls and floor. I want to because some of this is like so ugly, and I just want to like hide it from like the people's eyes.
And your game is what I imagine like Amazon being in like 50 years.
You assume they're not already.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fair enough. I mean, like, you know, the vast sprawling. Like, I know they have huge warehouses, but like, this seems like that on steroids, you know?
If they, I'm curious, like, if this is actually what they had to do, or this is what you had to do to like work at Amazon and be like a logistics guy, I would be a bajillionaire. I would dedicate my life to this.
This would be fun.
My major in college sucked. it was really boring. My minor was something I wish I had majored in, and that was supply chain management.
Oh yeah.
Supply chain is so cool. Yeah, like for most people, it was like the boring class, and I totally understand why. Because imagine mixing like business and math, right? People,
I'm a
business is
student,
really boring,
so-
and math is math. But I happen to love math. I don't really care for business, but as soon as like I have an excuse to run numbers, all of a sudden I'm interested. I suck at every other subject, by the way. Like in school, because like I was like, what's it called? It's like English. English was never my first language, right?
It was.
So my biggest no,
Oh.
my biggest struggle
Oh,
was
something.
what's it called? Just like learning what is it, like everything. I had to like sort of like learn everything that was already like sort of normal for most people, but for me, I was like struggling to even understand like I wasn't like completely like just like, huh, what is he saying? It was just like there's words that they use that I just didn't know, and so I asked my mom what they were, and my mom was like, oh, it means this, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But for math, it's universal. Numbers are numbers, so that's why I liked it the most. Didn't matter if you spoke communist, or if you spoke English.
Communist. My new favorite
It's the same.
language.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's that. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, I'm gonna probably go and improve my oil plant real quick.
I should double tap the craft button. It'll automatically craft for you.
I just learned that the if you hold spacebar, it automatically crafts for you. What I
Yeah.
used to do was I had like a little so I had like nail clippers like in a little box, and they're kind of heavy. So I would just like leave the box on my spacebar and walk away. After I learned you can just like tap it once, I'm like, oh, cool. They really thought of everything,
Glitch.
didn't they?
It used to be a glitch. It used to be that
Really?
when you left clicked it and then you hit the spacebar at the same time, it would go into this auto craft thing like this. And then they were like, hey, everyone's doing this. We should just,
Make it a feature, yeah. That's the difference between Satisfactory and Blizzard. Blizzard Activision. Are you also play Overwatch with the gang?
on
From
occasion.
time to time.
Okay.
I play it less than I used to.
I see.
need to-
Maybe I should get back. Maybe I should get back into it for the sake
You
of just like
should.
screaming into a microphone and getting angry. Ellie, you love it. Sorry, TARDIS. You love it when I do that, right?
At
TARDIS.
this rate, I'm gonna learn her name. And that's...
Well, the funny thing is that's not even actually my name. That's just
Yeah,
what
technically.
Ed calls me.
Oh. Which is impressive, because
Yeah.
I'm terrible at remembering names, so...
I'm pretty bad at it too, but I probably should remember her name considering we're engaged.
I mean, there is
um,
some precedent for a
there's
relationship.
A
so
little
maybe.
bit, at least a little bit. Like Ellie, I've forgotten your name from time to time. Sorry, TARDIS. I've forgotten your name.
Oh my gosh. I just need to give up at this point.
No,
Probably.
no.
Because
I
it's
got
not
it.
TARDIS, Ed. It's Tardy. The
Oh,
first part of
oh my
name.
God. Yeah, Tardy McTardis. That's right. That's your name.
Tardy McTardis.
Okay.
I
Okay. Well, listen. I'm gonna
Bugger me.
I'm gonna go play The Witcher probably, and go talk to my buddy real quick.
No problem. You
But it
had
was
fun.
nice meeting you. Nice getting your 2 cents. I feel like we've met before. It's just like how it works. Like I pop in for a second, I say something really stupid on the mic, and then I hand the mic back to Tardy McTardis, and then like I like go away.
Yeah.
Is that really like
Yeah.
an official meeting? Also, who was it that said I should do a
Oh, Hylian.
podcast? Hylian?
My wife.
Your wife. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's gonna. I'm just saying, if I start one, it might be so bad. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. It's sometimes better that I don't say things that pop into my
Yes, yes it is.
head. I'll say this so you have a hint. If I start a podcast, it'll ruin me and Tardy's potential marriage.
Oh,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think so.
Oh wow, that's a strong statement to make right
I
in
know. I'm
itself.
just. It'll be a disaster. They'll have a documentary about it. It's like one man, one podcast, total
One
disaster.
relationship.
One relationship turned into two when the mailman came in. Okay,
Oh, okay.
That was a plot twist I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
yeah, not bad, right?
How long have you been seeing our mailman?
I'll see you guys later. It was fun. It was really cool meeting everyone. We'll play some stuff. Goodbye, everybody. Ed out. Where's the
My
disconnect?
power went down. Ed left and my power disappeared. I blame him.
He was the power.
I got the power! Let's do this way then. This is the easiest way to prevent that from reoccurring. What? Huh? Okay. Ask not, worry not.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
That's exactly what I did. Didn't give me a choice on the off, but I tried turning it back on.
For a second, I was like, "Oh, did Hylian finally pop in?" And then I realized, no.
Yeah, then you heard the microphone peak and you knew who it really was.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da, breathe.
If I can get through half an hour more of work, I can probably play some Overwatch.
Sounds like fun.
Much more fun than work.
I need to set up a power station. Yeah. Honestly, I've been bored for the last couple of days. And everybody's been not on. So I was like, well, you know what? Nothing like the internet to find people to talk to.
Yeah, that's fair. I like work from home most days, so typically I'm not too far from my computer.
And it does not feel as late as it is. So automating one side, I have to set up more power, then I can automate a few other sides. There we go. No. Hi, princess. I think Tardy was hoping you were going to join call.
She doesn't have to if she's got other things to do.
Come on in. Say hi to Tardy. She'll appreciate your company. You know, assuming I did. Oh my word. They did it. No wait, this has always been like that, never mind. I thought they fixed this. This suddenly changed a while back. Running now. Oh, that's okay.
I like that you can see the graph there.
yes, this whole thing is so beautifully well done. See, capacity, production, max consumption, current consumption.
That's pretty cool.
You can do the same thing with this stuff too. You can see your production per minute, your output per minute, how long it takes to produce each thing, the power consumption, as well as your efficiency. That's what 0% is, because it was off. It's at 0% right now. After, I think, a minute, it'll reconfigure itself and see it's 28%, and it'll keep going. Why are you not running, sir? You are full. And presently not outputting. Correct. That's me. I am silly. Well, I have something producing plates. I think I will leave that as is for the time being, and I shall go focus on the production of copper. As I got lost in my own production facility. Anyway. Also, thank you for thank you for following.
Yes.
Flame
That was Ed.
Renter. Ah,
That was Ed, yeah.
Flame Renter. You lied to me about what your username was. But
He's
it
got,
was
like,
something or another.
X-Sorcerer. He has mix between that and Flame Renter.
Ah, I see. Honestly, it's just
I think
nice to have
X-Sorcerer
people.
is like the newer one.
This game is so mathematical. It both tickles my happy bone, it also makes me very upset some days. Because there's nothing worse than when something uses 0.5% of what one of these produces, and it produces enough that you can output a full percentage, so you have to throw in an additional splitter on top of your splitter to split the stack you already split.
Interesting. Hello. Hi,
Hello.
Hylian.
Balloon
Hello,
Boys
stream.
arrived.
Hello.
As
So
is
if
the
this
law.
makes you do math for like efficiency and whatnot, does that make this an educational game?
Correct. It's actually a really good game if you want to learn how to do management stuff. Like resource management.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who has a business in it, this is a lot of fun. Or a degree in it, this is a lot of fun. You need smelters times 3. Splitter. This game is very good at tricking you into flirting.
Yeah. Oh, I see that, Hylian.
See that?
I need like 30 more minutes before I can like clock out of work, really.
Oh, you're good. I'll just play a little bit of it on my own. I've been into Stadium lately.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I like the best of 3 more than
is
the
this,
best of 7.
Oh, this is an impure. I don't even know splitter.
You see, I like best of 7 for comp, but best of 5 makes sense for quick play. Or best of 3, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Or, yeah, I guess it is best of 5. But, like, you have to win 3, is what I mean. I like that shorter format, personally.
Yeah. I also like that you can just get your power-ups right away. Like, you don't have to get a power-up, wait a round or 2, get another power-up, wait a round or 2, get a power-up. You can just get your power-ups every round.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now I can swap. Although I don't really know how to. Oh, they pick second, I see. Oh, that's how you do it. Oh, it's a swap order. I thought it was for swapping roles.
As copper being produced. Fire being produced. And then I have to go into storage, store half of this wire, and then put another half into cables. Easy.
So Lux, how long have you been playing Satisfactory for?
I've been streaming for an hour.
No, not streaming. Like, how long have you been playing the game for?
Oh, like overall? Like when I first
Yes.
get it? I got that in... Well, I got it pretty much as soon as it came out, I think. But it would have been first or second year of university. How long ago was that now?
I think that would have been, I guess, 5 years ago.
Sounds right. So about that long. It's been longer than I'd like to admit.
You're telling me I've hit like I've been, wait, have I? Yeah, I've hit the mark where I'm like now officially out of college longer than I was in college.
Right?
Yeah. I don't like wording it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's kind of ugh. Makes me start to feel like a little old. You want to know what's even scarier?
No?
What?
I'm 2 years off from my 10-year high school reunion.
Oh.
I don't even want to think about how far I am. I'm probably getting there
Right?
at this point.
So, we graduated in 19?
Mhm.
So, 2029 will be our 10 year.
2027 for me.
Bah.
Too soon. Yeah. No, that's it
2
exactly.
years away.
Ah,
Actually getting to a year away.
that's true. We're almost at 2026, so.
I think another thing that's nice about this game too is if you want to build something, you can add it to the to-do list. It'll show you what you need for it.
That's
And as
cool.
you produce them, they'll disappear automatically.
Have they done any more updates for that game, Lux?
Yeah, they've been updating this game like crazy. The last thing I seen when I was on here in 2014 is they finally did their 1.0 launch and actually added the story into the game instead of just comedic humor, which, don't get me wrong, comedic humor amazing in this game. But they added story to it, and then they've since been tweaking and finalizing and improving everything they've already had. Honestly, all things they needed to do.
I like games where they like continue to iterate and improve, because like one that I think was really good about that was No Man's Sky, because they kind of like were like, look at our really cool concept and game, and then when they launched they couldn't meet some of the promises they had made. Yeah, and then they kept working on it, and it's like it's genuinely such a good game now. Like they put so much work into it, which is really nice to see. And they didn't like, you know, be like, oh, you bought the base game, but now you have to buy this update as a DLC. They're like, no, this is like part of the game that you already bought.
Yeah, I agree, and that's something I can respect about Satisfactory so far too, is they haven't been that scum company, you know. It's great.
Yeah.
And
Like-
what else was there? There was something else about Satisfactory that was really nice. I guess they were just really in contact with their community throughout the entire process, and they still are.
Okay.
I actually miss the guy who used to do it. It was kind of like their own Jeff Kaplan, if you know what I mean. But he retired and moved on to streaming, really, which is pretty cool in of itself.
Yeah. I think it's so important to like not alienate your players,
Amen.
and I
Looking
think
at you, Blizzard.
yeah, I think it's really easy to do with like bigger gaming companies, because they have that like, okay, we have to make money, you know, so how do we monetize our game to maximize our profits, especially if you're like a publicly traded company. Then you have to like really, you know, monetize the shit out of everything, which sucks.
It sounded like this where I wish I knew where my calculator's university were. You know where those are, dear? My calculator? No, it's not the calculator though.
I feel like it's in a box somewhere. Not gonna lie to you.
You're probably not wrong. 50 divided by 45. No, 45 50 means that I have 2 that run at full capacity and 1 that runs at 90%. You know, I've noticed more and more as I get older, I like math, because I have my cool math rock game that I play, known as D&D, I have Satisfactory, you know what I'm getting at here?
Yeah.
Like when you're young and everyone's like, yeah, you have to do math, math is like this really boring equations thing, you're like, wow, math sucks, I hate math, I will never do math in real life and enjoy it. And then you come up with a reason to it and you're like, wow, why didn't school teach me like this? I would have actually like
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I would have learned something from it.
For sure. Also, I feel like they focus a lot on like teaching math that you won't necessarily ever use.
Agreed.
Cause
This, like, exactly that.
They
Yeah.
prioritize it, especially like, and not even just teaching it, but they prioritize it. They make it sound like it is the end-all, be-all of math.
Right. And I think there was only really one math class in my entire 4 years of college that was actually useful to me, and that was discrete math, which is basically like the math behind Boolean logic, which I use every day for my job. And like I fall back on those things constantly to be like, oh, how do I do the thing that I'm trying to do?
See, I wish that business math had been given the proper amount of emphasis that it should have got. Because in my school, they basically said, yeah, business math's for all the kids that aren't smart enough to do calculus and pre-calculus. Which, in my opinion, that stuff, don't get me wrong, there was some useful stuff in there, a little bit here and there, but I feel like it wasn't nearly as useful as the stuff I would have learned in business mathematics. Like, I think business mathematics is useful for everybody on top of that, because it teaches you how money's supposed to function, flow, ooh.
Yeah.
And how banks
I mean,
are
I don't
calculating
think
your...
I've used. Yeah, I don't think I've used my multiple years of calculus at all since graduating college.
Like,
And I'm not saying there aren't jobs where that's potentially useful, but I think for most people, it's not.
I would agree. The only reason that I think mine's useful is because technically things like parabolas and exponentials do have some of their use, you know? But that's just, once again, I'm business student.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the other like most valuable, it's not really a math class, but we did do some math, was I did like a personal finance class for non-business majors, and basically we just learned how taxes work and how to do our own taxes.
Great thing to learn. I am terrible at accounting, but it's a great thing to learn.
Oh, I think it's very important because I can kind of look at my paycheck and go, okay, well, this is how much money I'm losing because of taxes, how much extra money I should probably withhold for taxes because I, earn interest on certain things or whatever,
So do you do your own taxes then? Like, do you ask your company to automatically file it into your taxes, or do you manually?
So the way it works, and the way most people do it, the company will automatically withhold a certain percentage of your income as like your federal taxes, your state taxes, whatever. But that's just an estimate. So then every year you have to go and do your own taxes or pay someone to do it. Most people, like myself, who can't necessarily afford an actual accountant or tax accountant, use like TurboTax or H&R Block,
Yeah.
and then that'll like give you the actual number, whether or not you have to like pay more or you get some of your withholding back.
Yeah. So you just rely on the company to automatically put some of the money in there for you then? Because
yeah,
you can
and
technically
you can,
opt to do it all yourself.
I don't know if they give you the option to opt out of like withholding. I know they give you the option to withhold extra, so like if you have a bunch of investments that are getting like tons and tons of like say dividends or whatever, you just say take an extra $200 out of my paycheck each time as additional withholding. And then that way when tax season comes around and you have to do your taxes, you're more likely to get money back as opposed to have to pay. Because I'd rather get money back than have to pay more in taxes.
Most people would agree with you on that.
Yeah. Even though there's an argument to be made where like,
Time
oh,
is money.
well, if you get the number right back, or you get the number right in the first place, you get the maximum amount of money earlier, instead of having to wait till April, May, June, whenever you end up actually getting your tax return.
Technically, if you could make the payment in lump sum at the very end, like the day that all the tax money is due, and you can just guarantee that you have all that money there, that is technically the optimal way of doing it, because as any business person will tell you, time is money. And money invested means more money in the future, so if you can afford to put all the money in at the very end, you'll maximize the amount you get out of it. But like,
absolutely,
most people know that's risk.
Yes, yeah. And I think more and more people are kind of starting to speculate that the stock market here is going to crash, which I think it's a little premature, but I wouldn't say it's impossible.
I would say just depend on which market you're referring to. The American market, I could see it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say every market's on route to crashing, but the American market's definitely there. The Canadian market's, I don't want to say stable, but it's stable on the low end.
Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size.
Let's just,
inspirational
not buy
note,
American
will
things.
you be the Fix-It employee of the month?
And honestly, there aren't very
You
many
could
American
be if you
things that we
construct,
use.
automate.
You know? As Canadians, we export more to the States than the Canadians export to us.
And if I'm being honest, like, the whole, like, oh, well, we want Canada to pay tariffs or whatever. Not that that's how tariffs work. The whole, like, creating a trade war with Canada or any sort of, like, beef is absolutely ridiculous. Like, we're not that different, you know, as individuals go.
Oh.
But also, like, we're neighbors. Why are you making beef?
With each other, yeah.
There's literally no reason for it. Like, I thought we
Exactly.
had a really good relationship.
Like, there's only, like, one reason I could think of where it could be useful, and that would be if you could somehow do it without A, destroying a relationship, and B, you could somehow manage to save your country taxes. So, like, for example, if you didn't have to pay taxes because you made back the money, or the country made back the money in tariff fees, I could see that. Or people were taking advantage of your country to try to earn money by abusing your lack of tariffs. I could see you wanting to apply tariffs. But like...
Right, but with Canada? Really?
Right? And like I said, you guys export or import a lot of Canadian things. Like, how much maple syrup do you think comes from Quebec?
Oh, like, most of it.
Yeah, I am confident.
The vast majority.
I can't remember, I think it's somewhere between 60 and 80% of maple syrup in the world comes from Quebec.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, maple syrup alone, not to mention lumber, minerals. Canada is rich with all kinds of minerals. Most of which we don't even touch. Oil. Like, it's crazy.
And again, like,
honestly, my government's
Canada
kind of
and the
stupid
US
though,
have been friends for so long. Like, why did we want to rock the boat now? Like, things were good. And maybe I'm not super aware of the nuances of, trade relations between the US and Canada, but as just a random American citizen, I would see, oh hey, yeah, Canada, we're cool,
Yeah. And I mean, we've been, like, ever since we both burned each other's parliament buildings down, we've been on pretty good terms. And
Yep.
honestly, that only happened because you guys had a few Irish on your side that were, I think it was the Irish, that were really, what do you call it, out there and jumped over the border and went after us. And then we pushed back across the border and went after you. And I don't even think there was there any casualties from that war? I'm not all that familiar with it.
I don't remember.
I know most people who lived on the border were very
is like-
reluctant.
This is like 8th grade US history, and most of that has been wiped from my brain.
I mean, fair enough. I can't argue with that sentiment.
History's never been my strong suit either. Like, I've had pretty consistently dry history teachers throughout my
know, right?
education.
It's so
And history
disappointing.
doesn't have to be boring. Like, there's so much.
There used to be this teacher at my high school. He came in once as a substitute teacher. His name was Mr. Carey. I will never forget this man. I have
Mhm.
never in all my life met a history teacher who was so profound in his desire to teach and have other people understand history. The school I was at should have really fought to keep that man on full time. But man, oh man, I swear, he came in for one day in my class. I learned more than I did all year.
I mean, there was the one history teacher that I didn't necessarily like on a personal level, but I did like the material he was
Milestone
teaching.
reached. Supply the
His name was
molecular
Mr.
analysis
Nom,
machine,
and
referred to
my
as the
parents
Meta,
hated him,
allowed
especially
the
my dad.
resources
Oh
to
my
research
god.
and develop
But
new
my dad's
technologies.
like, unfortunately, Trump-loving MAGA. And so he viewed like literally anything and everything that this particular teacher was teaching as like, fake information and false history, and he's trying to brainwash me. But like, he taught a lot of things that aren't in the history books, because like the history books that we get in the US are predominantly written for schools in Texas because Texas buys the most textbooks. And
That makes
so
sense.
textbooks companies don't want to put anything in the books that Texas is going to object to, because then their textbook's not going to be purchased. And so when you're like reading it, you can tell
Yeah.
that they're kind of glossing over a lot of
Information.
unfavorable things. They kind of sneak in some like religious views in there sometimes, and that there's a lot of like whitewashing of history. Like most of um, what the textbooks would talk about when it came to like slavery in the U.S. was it boils down to, yeah, we had slaves. It was not good. Okay, moving on. Oh, and then there was like a few notable figures and the Freedom Trail. And that's it. Like they gloss over it
I mean,
because they're like, we can't admit, we did something truly bad, and then they try to pass blame off on like, oh, well, you see, the Brits were also like really bad with slavery, worse than us, and it's like, well, that's not the point. The point is to like learn so we don't repeat our mistakes.
I feel like history glosses over slavery, not just in the U.S., but in all nations a lot.
Mhm.
Like, I remember watching a stream, or not a stream, a podcast between a bunch of different guys from up in the States. And one of their cast members is this Asian guy. I think he's Mongolian in ancestry. And he was like,
Mhm.
well, he says, we never really kept it. Like, we were pretty, like, haughty people, but we never kept any slaves or anything like that. We were pretty good people. And then when they sat down and they started doing, like, the deep research into it, it turned out, like, the Mongolians were, like, the largest slave traders. They continued on to do slavery up until the very end, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that you'd never actually hear if you didn't sit down and do a lot of self-research and find out information on
Right.
your own.
Right. I mean, the thing too though is like in the US, we've started like there's AP Black History now, and that focuses more on like a different side of US history, because again, we're so used to teaching like Thomas Jefferson and James Madison signed the Declaration of Independence and were the founders of our country, but then they don't talk about like notable, influential, Black historical figures, other than like maybe briefly talking about MLK and Malcolm X, but only surface level, where these classes dive more into these, like particularly the civil rights movement. And my dad's like, they're just trying to indoctrinate the students. And I'm like, no, they're trying to like balance the scales of like, when we talk about the civil rights in most history classes, it's like, look at these white people doing the right thing.
Honestly,
Sure.
I think that people should just come out and be honest with the fact that, hey, there were mistakes made. I mean, I made mistakes. I've probably
Absolutely.
made mistakes today. You know? That's just how things go. And it just needs to come down to a certain point where it's like, we made those mistakes. We forgive the people in the past. Like, they made their mistakes. They
And
didn't know
let's
any
not repeat
better.
it.
Let's avoid it. Yeah. Right? As they
Yeah,
say, those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it. So let's
absolutely.
teach it. Let's have it understood. Let's say, yeah, this was wrong. Yeah, we won't do this again. Yeah, we weren't the only ones, but that doesn't matter. We're making sure we don't do it again. And then
Hmm.
move on.
Exactly. I mean, you say that, except, a lot of people know history about 1930s Germany, and we're repeating it right now.
I mean, several nations have repeated many different things. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel, I shouldn't say I feel. I know that things are going to repeat. Like, there's already so many calling cards for things repeating themselves. Not just regarding, like, World War II, but Roman empires, and
Hmm.
just all across history. Like, you want to talk about the fall of an empire. The Roman Empire, one of the many causes that people have traced the fall of the Roman Empire down to was the fact that they kept exporting money from their own country to try to maintain military outposts in other countries. And eventually they just couldn't continue to feasibly finance that. Do we know any other
Hmm.
countries that are putting a bunch of money into other countries' militaries with the intention of trying to maintain some kind of strength or power or relationship? And suddenly their
Oh,
own
yeah.
populace are start struggling to afford things because of it?
Oh, I mean, right now there's just so much corruption in the US that that's, I think, a bigger issue than anything, but
Well, sure, but I mean, the corruption all stems from places. There's all things that you can trace and follow.
yeah.
And I mean, the same thing's true, like, Canada. We should realistically have a thriving gasoline industry, like, thriving
Hmm.
gasoline industry. We have oil and we have the means to refine it. Why don't
Yeah.
we? But the main issue is that we're so busy trading Canadian oil with the States and then buying American oil into Canada to produce it that we're actually shooting ourselves in the foot, you
Yeah.
know? All in the name of having additional trade because that's what people want. I don't know. It just makes me really sad.
Yeah.
There used to be a time where people spoke of their country with pride because their country stood up for them, so they stood up for their country.
Absolutely. I mean, I know a lot of like people that I know personally are just kind of like really disappointed in the way things have gone over the past several years in the US. Like everything just kind of seemingly is going down the toilet. Cost of living just keeps creeping higher and higher and at a faster and faster rate. And people have been like screaming at our politicians, like, we don't care about a war in Israel. We care about the people in our communities that are starving.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong, it is terrible what is happening in other
Oh,
places, right?
absolutely.
But
But
like
like they're looking at it
priorities,
as like, oh, there's going to be this huge opportunity in, Israel after the war is over, and we want to be a part of that for influence, for power, for money, whatever, resources, anything. But then we don't like look inwards and say we have a large group of people that are really struggling right now. Um, and we're not going to do anything about it.
right?
And like farmers right now especially are really struggling, and the irony of it is like people people voted for Trump not realizing that his trade war was going to hurt them,
Yes.
because like Trump's like, oh, we're going to do all these tariffs. And so China's like, we're not buying soybeans from you anymore. China's the #1 importer of soybeans in the world. And they are no longer buying US soybeans. And farmers are hurting. And nobody cares. Because the tariffs are good. The tariffs are helping people.
There's been a large push, though, too, I've noticed over the years, for governments pushing farmers to produce certain things and to produce things by certain regulations and stuff like that. Which, to a
Mm-hmm.
healthy degree, I understand, like, as far as, like, public health goes. But there's been a lot of push with, even with disregard to public health, just with the intention of trying to force what they want on the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like more than anything, that harms the farmers,
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
World War II, there was a huge push for the government for dairy farmers because they wanted cheese, because cheese is one of those things that you can basically take anywhere and it would never go bad, right? It just molds, and cheese is mold, so long as it's fine, it's fine. But the outside, you're good. Well,
Yeah.
after the war ended, you guys had a huge bunch of cheese producers and, stuff set up. So you guys literally stuck cheese in temperature-controlled
In
caves
caves.
for
Yep.
years, and
Yep.
then
And it's
pushed
still
everyone.
happening, dude.
And you guys are pushing people to eat cheese, even though you know the dairy isn't actually good for humans, just because you're trying to sell off this cheese. You know?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of government sticking their nose where it don't belong that affects people too, even beyond just this very simple problem, I should say. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, and then, that gets into like other areas where like I take a really big issue with the government and their stance on vaccines right now. Um,
Yeah, they're
like
like Trump was saying that Tylenol is
causing
like
autism. Yeah.
yeah, but like why are we taking what the president is saying at face value and not like, he's not a doctor. He can't
He's
just be
not.
saying stuff like
RFK's
that.
not a doctor either. And there are people like my dad who hear that and take it at face value, which is really dangerous right now because I have like a little nephew. He's like 10 months old. And he's genuinely scared that when my brother and sister-in-law take my nephew in to get vaccinated, he's going to end up with autism. And I'm like, okay, Dad, your brother had Down syndrome. Why is this a big issue for you? You know just as well as anybody else, just because you have a disability or a little different than somebody else doesn't make you any less of a person. And you're going to love this child no matter what.
Exactly.
Like, just listen to the science. And
See, that's my
okay, if my
problem though
nephew is
too.
autistic, he's autistic, right? I don't care.
I don't know, I have a problem
There's,
with just listening to the science though too. Not like
well, I mean, you should
anything against
question
it,
it.
but
You should always
yeah.
question it, but there's no science behind any of the things that are being said right now.
No, probably
That's the
not.
problem.
Right? Like Trump is just declaring like, "Oh, this is this way because I said so." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait, where's the
Well,
science?" Like it
with
could be true.
with
It
the
could be.
Tylenol thing too
But
right
like
now, it's one of the only safe pain relievers that pregnant women can take. And there have
exactly.
been numerous studies that have showed there's no correlation between increased risks of autism and taking Tylenol while pregnant. It's fear. He's fear mongering everybody.
I mean, every government in the world's been doing that now for the last, ever since COVID. So,
Yeah, but like, I know people had different thoughts and feelings about Anthony Fauci, but at least he was listening to doctors and scientists, and he was a doctor himself, so he's already more qualified than our current wonderful Mr. Kennedy um, to like make statements about medicine and general health.
do you remember? Oh, actually, you probably do, because your parents probably were like one among those people that would have been taught this. But there was a issue some years back where people were being told that fat made you fat. You remember that?
Yes, absolutely.
So the reason why I struggle to trust even scientists or people that are quote unquote doctorates and stuff like that today is because that was actually caused by a conflict between two scientists. There was the popular scientist that a lot of people knew and liked. So he said that it was fat, and he received money for years from the sugar corporations to keep preaching this.
Yep.
And then sometime later, it was eventually found out that his competitor, the guy that was saying no, it was actually sugar and had the proof of it, finally
Yeah.
was like listened to and found out and followed, and it was determined that it was in fact sugar. But it took so long that by that point, people had already associated fat with being fat that don't. But even today, people
So
struggle to
so
correlate the two.
I agree, but to me the issue boils down not to the fact that the science was wrong, but that companies and money was involved. You know, like at no point should companies be able to like spend, millions of dollars to try and like incorrectly
Sway the
say
populace.
something yeah, like
But how do you
and that's a
prevent that, right?
yeah, I don't know if you even can. And Lord knows
How much
a
else
lot
is
of
like
things in
that?
the United States loves to put sugar in everything.
Literally everything.
Yes.
Well, I mean, of course they do.
And
Don't you know how many companies were bought out by the cigarette companies as soon as cigarettes became illegal? How many food companies were immediately bought up by them? And then they did
oh
the same
yeah, well
thing. Chemicals. Fill them right up.
it's that. It's also that the US, the biggest agricultural products we produce are soybean and corn. One, the government subsidizes it, but two, corn is then used to make ethanol for gas. Corn is then used to make high fructose corn syrup,
Milestone
which goes in
reached. The
everything.
assembler can produce more
Like,
complex parts,
just looking at
including
my
the first
pantry,
project part, smart plating,
You'd be
which is
like,
scared.
crucial for initiating
it is
project
scary.
assembly. Project parts
There's
must be delivered to the space elevator.
more sugar
By
sneaking in
completing your
things than you
contracted
realize.
duties as part of
Like,
project
I have
assembly,
a
you will definitely be helping achieve fix-it
uh,
company goals without any
caramel
other
chocolate
ulterior motive. Note,
drizzle thing for
humans
coffee.
cannot craft project parts.
In
Do not
2
worry about your
tablespoons,
inadequate
there's
crafting skill
26
when
grams
compared
of
to an
sugar.
assembler. Fix-it
Yep.
cherishes your innate
Which
human
is like
abilities, such as
basically
walking,
what's
striking
supposed to be
objects,
your
and
whole day's worth
commodifying
of sugar
natural
if you're actually
resources.
being healthy. But according to our dietary labels, that's half of your daily intake in 2 tablespoons.
It actually tells you there's a daily intake now? Oh my goodness, things have evolved
Oh,
so
well, it's
far.
like it's been around for a little while, but it's like based off of a 2,000 calorie diet.
Oh, something silly like that.
But also like I did like a class in nutrition in high school, and we talked about like the macronutrients that humans actually need, and basically the limit on sugars was supposed to be like you should consume no more than 25 grams of sugar a day.
Of well, refined sugars specifically.
Yes, yes, you're right. Added refined sugars. And here I am with the 20, well, my technical full day's worth of sugar in one coffee.
Yep. Yep, it's absolutely not. That's why I've been trying to encourage, and we've been working on making a lot of stuff homemade, like breads and stuff like that. You can make bread with like what was it, a tablespoon of sugar, dear, too?
Oh yeah, it's very little sugar.
Maybe less than that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
only just enough to give the yeast something to eat.
right.
So like,
That's fair.
you can make things so easily with very little, and it's always
Mm-hmm,
pushed on us to have more, more and more sugar, more sweets, more bad
because
stuff,
money. It's
chemicals.
cheaper. It's a cheap product, and they can make lots of money off of you. It's also sugar is so much more addictive than even like cocaine.
Yeah.
I was gonna
And
say even more than the money, it's because it's addictive.
yes, and
So
so
you're gonna keep buying cookies or keep buying that brand
exactly.
because it's so sweet.
And then you
And
can
I know
also
that
multiply
there's
that with
like
other chemicals.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes I really wish like the US had more
Roll.
restrictions on processed foods like Canada does, especially when it comes to like artificial coloring.
Yes, you guys have it pretty rough with a lot of that.
Yeah, and like I didn't realize until like a couple years ago that like artificial coloring it's a plastic byproduct.
It depends on what artificial coloring, but yeah,
A lot of them, a lot of them.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
a little bit, yeah.
You know, especially with all the like studies coming out on microplastics these days. I'm like, ooh.
Although to be fair, if you start listening to all of the studies, you can't eat anything. So
Well, yeah, but like this to me seems a little more cut and dry
yeah,
than other things. But yes. So I'm like, why can't we just say no more artificial coloring? It's not that hard to like
This
use
fruit,
beets
dubbed
to
the
dye
barrel
things
nut after
red
its
and
distinctive color, is compatible
bugs
you know,
with the
and
spinach to
human
stuff.
dye
digestive
things
system
green.
and
It's
has been
way
added to the
better
object
for
scanner.
you. And oh
Further
well, the
research
color's
is
just not
available.
quite as vibrant. I don't care.
Oh, did you hear? This is something I learned a while back that was pretty cool. Uh, they found out a while back. There's a chemical that beavers produce in their butts
This
that smells and
semi-slug,
tastes
now
like
dubbed
vanilla.
power slug,
So up
is
until
early in its
something in
life
like the
Yes.
cycle and
19
has retained
somethings,
only
they
part
were
of its
using that
potential
in
energy
place
The
of actual
beaver
storage
vanilla.
anal
capacity,
extract,
giving it
yeah.
its blue color. Power slugs are capable of
That's a
extracting
yummy
latent
feeling, isn't
energy
it?
from their surroundings, including through a form of
Ugh,
photosynthesis,
it's
and
great.
preserve it in
It's
their
so
porous
great.
semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they
But
rarely
also,
move
like,
after
given how
having found a
expensive,
suitable
like,
location.
actual vanilla beans and vanilla extract is getting, we might be heading back to
Power slugs
artificial
extract
vanilla
latent
days.
energy from their
You know, you're
surroundings to
almost better off
sustain
just
themselves.
buying vanilla beans
By
though, eh?
tuning the object
Oh, I
scanner to the
know. Like, it's
particular
not hard to
potential energy
make, like,
signature,
vanilla
it is now
extract. You
able to
literally
I
just
will
take a
now
bunch of
assume you
vodka
are
or,
an expert
I
and
mean,
judge your use of
typically it's
these
vodka.
technologies
But you
Any
could do
liquor
other
will
things,
work
I
out.
suppose. Yeah, any liquor. And then just throw some sliced open vanilla beans and let it sit for, like, 6 months.
Yeah, and technically you can reuse the beans several times.
Yeah.
We have some sitting in our pantry. We just haven't
Oh,
gotten around
nice.
to it.
The
My
remains
plan is to do
researched
that
belong to an
eventually, but, like, I
organism
just
that
don't
tends to
have
nest near objects
containers.
emitting specific types of resonance.
Fair enough.
Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and
And
spit
my
plasma across
pantry's,
long
like, already
distances.
uber full
Spitter
with, like,
remains can now be
flour
made into
and
alien protein, and
other
additional
baking
research may
items that I
reveal
haven't used in
options for
forever, and I
improving
should
pioneer safety
bake
during
something
exploration.
that's not banana bread. Okay, I'm going to
Sign off work.
sign off in 1 second. I'm just gonna hit run tests, and it'll take like 15 minutes to run those tests anyway. And I'm gonna head over to some Overwatch.
Fan wunderbar.
Oh, Neo, off the keyboard, please.
Alright, I'll get ready to save you then, and I'll get ready to move over to Overwatch with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, pretty good start for one day's work. More metal plates, because you never have enough.
I'm gonna run to the washroom real quick, as you folks say.
Understandable, ma'am. Run to the washroom real quick. Run to the washroom.
The water closet.
Pardon me while I get the water closet. I'll be quick,
that
I
one
swear.
that one does get me. I do find that one funny.
Do ya?
Yeah. It makes sense, but it's funny. Oh, hazard.
This is the closet where I keep my water.
I can shoot through here. Cool.
Oh wait, I only need one of these for this. Ah, silly me. Because in technicality, 20. These are each producing 30. Oh no, wait, I'm not doing this perfectly right. This needs 4. Normal one needs 3. Whatever, I'll get to that in a minute. I did not mean to delete that. Oopsie doodle.
Oh, we actually won that.
Well, it was nice having everybody in here watch the stream, honestly.
Are you finishing up?
I'm going to be, yeah, because we're all playing Overwatch here in a minute.
Yeah. It was a pretty good stream.
Nice talking to everybody.
It always makes the streams more worth it when you have somebody to talk to.
Back.
Yay.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Back again.
Cardi's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I don't know how long I'll be able to play because I am having people come over at 6:30, but I also don't know when trick-or-treaters are gonna start.
Oh,
coming
that's
by.
right.
But I'm gonna have to give out my candy.
I mean, you don't have to, but I respect you for doing it.
I honestly can't wait to have our
I
own
don't know how many
place, and then
that
we can
Neil's
also
not
give out
gonna
candy.
chew- He was trying to chew on a Tootsie Roll the other day,
Who was
which
your
is
fiance?
no bueno.
Your fiance?
Cardi?
She probably stepped away.
Huh?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out her mic.
Dun dun da 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 da. Produce, my pretties, produce. Yeah, that's one done. Game, chill, chat, save, and then exit desktop. Alright, chat. Thank you guys so much for playing, or for hanging out with me today. I
You
really
should do a raid.
appreciated it. Yeah, I don't really think I have anyone to bother raiding to, but
See ya, chat, stream, whatever.
thank you guys so much for watching. I'll tell y'all take care. Ciao.
Bye.